How's it going? My name's Eukarezt, heaven bound, humble beginning, 7th letter, living here in Hawaii, residing here, painting here, and just loving life. Growing up, one of my early influences in Northern California was one of my friends, Bible HB. I was that little grom, that little toy that would just try to paint everywhere and try to get up. And they just, believed in me and saw something inside of me that I didn't. And that, as an artist, kind of inspired me and encouraged me to just keep doing it and just keep continuing and creating art. Bible told me one time, he's like, man, you can be the dopest artist in the world, but if you're cocky, if you're big-headed, then that kind of like lowers your steez, makes you kind of whack. So I kind of took that word of advice at a young age and just took it with me to my career right now. Well, my early influences in Hawaii was more so just looking at everything around me. It's so beautiful over here. It's natural. You see the nice colors. It's more vibrant. The mountains, the ocean. But there was something more to it. Just walking around the islands and discovering more things. I found these canals, and like going down these canals, I would see these crazy characters around, and I was like, what the heck, who did this? And just going deeper into the canal, there was this end-to-end burner, top to bottom, bigger than life when, at that time when I was at a younger age. And looking at that piece, I was like, who the heck did this? It was like a huge rat on a telephone, and just this giant piece, and it was just fully filled in. I was like, dang, who is this guy? And it just said catch one on the top. And that kind of switched everything up for me in my graffiti mentality, wanting to be more detailed, wanting to be, push my limits on what I can do. The style was more of a natural type style. It was sick. As a missionary, I just, it kind of switched up my art a bit. I decided just to let everything go from my letters and my style and what I thought was me, because it wasn't about me anymore. It was more about the people. And just seeing their hurt and struggles, it kind of like broke my heart at the same time, and wanted to capture that in my art. So I decided to paint more of characters and more just trying to capture the struggles of what people are going through. And I think that kind of switched up the whole mentality of how I paint and why I paint. And instead of just like blasting my name everywhere, it's more like, hey, check out this picture of this person that I painted. It's, this is around the world. It's crazy to see, like in Jordan, India, Malaysia, South Africa, the craziness that's happening when you step out of your own little world and just see something that's bigger than you are. Yeah, well, being a starving artist is it's hard. Nobody doesn't want to buy a $500 painting or anything. So, I just decided to go the next step and go into something that I was really passionate about. My father was all sleeved up and tattooed up, and just seeing that growing up, I was like, man, one day I'd like to, become a tattoo artist. And all my friends are doing it at the same time. They got like their own businesses, humble beginnings, soul signature. It's just crazy to see what you can do and push the limits. So it's just something that was inside of me. I was more passionate about it. It just seemed like that was like the next step for me as an artist, to become more professional and go into that venture of tattooing. So guaranteed, tattooing is like my everyday grind and my hustle, but I'm still passionate about painting and doing art, and I still continue to do that in my day-to-day life. And at this time, I got invited to go to do gallery shows in Haleiwa or gallery shows in Japan or anywhere around the world. It's just kind of amazing just to see the different lifestyle that you put your mind into something and kind of like takes you there to the limits. Like, okay, I'm thinking about doing a show in a gallery, and for some reason, bam, you're in a gallery doing a show. Like, you didn't go to art school, or you just been doing it ever since you were at a young age, and it's crazy to see that happen now as more of a professional artist. A few weeks ago, I got invited to paint at the Contemporary Museum of Arts, and approaching that wall was kind of different because I wanted to step out of my comfort zone and really think outside the box instead of wanting to just put my name up on the wall. I decided to try to do something for the museum and try to think about it and see what would represent the museum well. So I looked at the wall and I thought about it and decided to paint something more of a Polynesian type theme. Since living here in Hawaii, there's a lot of Polynesian influence everywhere. So what I did was studied the patterns, learned the patterns, and just try to create a story that would interpret something meaningful for the museum. It turned out nice, I think. So I got a chance to paint a homeless character here in Hawaii, and where I painted it, chose a spot, is a pretty popular spot where there's a lot of tourists walking by. And I painted it there just to kind of create a dialogue, because the tourists, you know, basically when they come to Hawaii, they're looking for paradise, they're searching for that. They're searching for a getaway, a place to relax and rest, and guarantee that's what Hawaii is. But I just wanted to create a dialogue with them just to you know, let them know that, hey, the people that live here, we live in paradise, but we're not on vacation.